Hey, Terry Mason. This is a very special edition of Car SOS. We couldn't get Fuzz and his mate to do it, so I got to do it myself. As you know, this little car means an awful lot to the whole family. I met Sarah, I think it was about 1991, when you were restoring this car, and then Ian Walker brought me round to your house to get the engine going when I was on leave from the army, and that's when I clapped eyes on your daughter Sarah, a very attractive young lady she is, and a few years later when I left the army, luckily, or unluckily, I went on to marry her and we've been together for a long time. Now, you're probably wondering what this is all about. Well, it'll all come clear. There's a TV show called Car SOS, and basically a couple of guys drag a car out of the shed for somebody, a special person who has been taken ill. With your illness recently, Terry, I felt, it's time that we had this old girl back on the road and you needed to drive it again. Because you spent so long restoring it, and then you did all those race meetings at Loton Park, Aintree. I don't know if you did Kerber or not, but I'm sure I've been down that way with you sometime. And like I said, this car means a lot to me and Sarah as well, because we met over it. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it into road trim, and you can probably notice I've already started that, and make it a usable road car. And at the end of the show, we're going to pop down to your house once I finish restoring it and give you the surprise of your life, and hopefully you can drive the old girl again. So first things first, I've raised the front suspension because it was on the deck. We couldn't do anything with that. So I mean, to me it looks better already because you can actually use it if it's a usable car. For people who don't know what it is, this is a Hillman Imp based kit car called a Davrian. This is we believe it's a Davrian Mark 7. I'm actually in contact with the Davrian Register Drivers Club at the moment, and the Hillman Imp Club, we're trying to get the car registered as a historic vehicle because all the parts on this car, the engine, gearbox, kit itself, it was all pre-1977 we think. So like I say, I'm going to get in touch with DVLA, try and get it registered as a historic vehicle, so we're tax exempt, MOT exempt, we can pop it out and drive it whenever we want. So like I say, first things first, we've raised the suspension on it. I've got a lot more work to do on it. The clutch master cylinder's gone, clutch slave cylinder's gone. I'm going to get it running again today. I've had it running in the past. Make sure everything's good on it. We've got to tidy up the wiring. No offence, Terry, but the wiring's bloody awful on it. And get it washed and polished, and hopefully on the road once the paperwork's all sorted. So, little Davrian, Jason's version of Car SOS, especially for my lovely father-in-law Terry, and hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, Terry, you're going to be driving this again. Let's wait and see. Okay, so today wasn't a bad day on the little Davrian. We've discovered a load of problems. First being clutch master. That's lost all the fluid from here, so we need a new clutch master cylinder. We just put one of those in order. Fuel pump's not getting any power, so what we've done for now, we just pull the power off the wipers. So you turn the wipers on, the fuel pump comes on for now. And also these fuel pipes, these braided hoses right the way through, they're not so bad on the front of the car, but on the rear of the car, if we go back to where the engine is, in the back here, we've got to put new fuel hoses right through to the carbs down there. As you can see, 1240 Webers we got down there running this little motor, so we've renewed all those through. Motor's running now. We need to check the water system. I've just shut the motor down because there was a bit of steam coming out, so I think the water system needs checking. But all in all, not a bad day. So that's it. That's our little Mark 7 Davrian, a Terry's. So yeah, hopefully I can get. There's a few more bits I need to get And once the clutch master's in, we've also moved the battery out of the back there and just popped it over in the passenger seat for now. So we've got a decent battery with a decent charge to try and fire the little girl up. But yeah, there you go. We're getting somewhere. The engine's running. It's the suspension's higher on the front, which is a great thing because we can actually use it. So you can see how much higher it was dragging on the floor. That was, so we've got about 4 or 5 inches of clearance now. So yeah, not a bad day on working on the Davrian. Pleased with that. I'll let Sarah see what it's like on the way home. When she gets home, she can have a look at it, see it up and running, and then hopefully next week we'll get the clutch sorted. And once she goes into gear, we'll drive it down to the house, give it all washed and cleaned, tidy the electrics up, sort the paperwork out, and hopefully try and get it MOT'd next week. Okay, so the Davrian build continues, Terry. What have we done today? Let's have a look. We've replaced the slave cylinder down here for the clutch. This is the old slave cylinder here. If you can see all the fairing up there, that's a bit of a mess. So the seals have gone in there, causing the fluid to leak out, damaging all of this. Yeah, so we had no clutch there. Luckily, the clutch seemed okay. I think it was pretty free when I put the new slave cylinder on. Anyway, the new slave cylinder came with a metric connector. Your old Imperial connectors didn't fit, so what we had to do was I had to manufacture this pipe up here, new pipe, cut the connector off your old pipe, your old Imperial connector, put it through to your hard pipe there. So that's that done. As you can see, we've got all new fuel lines in. There's new fuel lines in all the way through. What else have we done? We're just tidying up this bird's nest of wire in here. We're just going to tuck that away, make it all neat and tidy, and cable tie it in. You know, cable tie stuff in rather than tape it. We've took a lot of the tape off because the tape's just rotting away. But yeah, it's coming on. It is coming on slowly. We're going to get there. Hopefully, we'll have it ready for MOT next week, and I can take it into work and get it MOT'd. So there we go. Well, got a little Davrian running. To be fair, he sounds pretty good. Let's see what the clocks are doing. I'll just spin this camera around here. There you go. Have a look, see what's going on here. Bad at all, the motor, to be honest. We've got oil pressure, oil pressure's good. Don't know if that voltmeter's working or not, but yeah, so we got that temperature there. Oil pressure's good, so that's the main thing. Running for a bit. Well, here she is in all her glory. She come down here under her own steam out the shed. First time it's driven under its own steam in, I'd say, over 20 years. Little Davrian. We couldn't get any road legal tyres for the 10x13 revolutions that go on the back. So we're going to have to get some more 8x13 revolutions to go on the back. It'll look better with the revos on the back as well. But she's looking good. We've just driven it down here, giving it a wash. Hopefully next week we'll get it into work, get it MOT'd, and then we'll give you the surprise of your life if it's dry next weekend. Get it all polished up this week. But she's up and running. She's under her own steam. She's looking good, actually, not bad. There we go, little Davrian. Lovely. Best get her back up to the shed before Storm Jorge hits us. Right, that's it. There you go, Terry, in all its glory. Just been down the shop in it. Went alright, brakes are pulling to the left a bit. But yeah, seems to go fine. The raised suspension works nicely. Went down the driveway quite well. So there we are. We just need to get some matching wheels for the back now. We were going to pop it down to you so you could have a drive in it. I wanted to see your face when it was all done and dusted, but unfortunately with this social distancing and COVID-19, all the rest of it, I think being in a cramped cockpit of a Davrian is probably not the best place to be. So there you go, Terry. Little Davrian, she's back on the road, in road trim.